Okay, well, here we are. I decided I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I told my wife where I was at and what time to expect me home, so if this thing falls on my feet or something, I can't get it off, then I've only just got a few hours to lay there in agony and pain, I guess. You always, when you're going out by yourself like this, I mean, I could yell and scream and holler and all kinds of stuff and nobody'd ever hear me out here. I mean, it's like, a mile to the nearest house, so, which is, half the reason why we wanted to come out here, to get away from everybody. But it does have its drawbacks at times, but the pros outweigh the cons. Anyway, I seem to be rambling, so let's just go ahead and cut this, and I'll explain what I'm doing over here. It doesn't look too bad from the other side, but once you get over here, it's about up to my waist. So this thing could very easily fall on my legs or something. You definitely want to get a wedge and something to drive it in with, something fairly heavy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a cut, but we're going to stop before it tries to pinch the saw. And then we're going to drive this wedge in and keep cutting. And then every once in a while we'll hit it in a little further. And I've never actually done this, but I've seen people do it to where the end result is the log cannot pinch and crush the saw. It just, kind of falls straight down somehow or another. I'm just worried about it falling this way towards me, but we'll go ahead and give her a shot. You're really setting yourself up for a good world of hurt if you are not at least a little bit nervous about stuff like this. You get complacent and that's when you get hurt. That's what I'm talking about. That went better than it possibly could have. Oh man, that's great. Now that log, man, that thing's going to give us some lumber. Jeez Louise. That thing's probably a good 22 inches at the small end. It's a good, man, I don't know, 26 down at the butt. Let's go ahead and make another cut down here. When I first dropped this tree, I marked it with orange paint where I needed to cut. and that orange paint's just barely visible still, so I need to rearrange the camera and then we'll like I said, I had never done that before. I had never even used a wedge, really. All the times we ever cut wood, we just, my dad didn't even make the wedge cut in the front of the tree. He just, whichever way it's leaning, just let her go. Just start from the back and cut until she falls. And that's the way we always did it, so. Yeah. Well, anyways, this worked out good. And that's going to be quite a bit of lumber there. Now I'm going to have to roll these down the hill just a little ways and just mill them up here in the woods, but at least we got that part out of the way.